Living in a divorced household wasn't my dream, but the experience helped me become the person I am today. My mother and father are the two people who have been my inspiration and have impacted my life the most. Since my mother and father are two different people, I have had the opportunity to experience two lives. My mother introduced me to classy dinners, theaters, and an overall more adult scene, whereas my dad introduced me to the outdoors, athletics, and a sibling. Today I'm going to tell you about my two inspirations. My mother has been a great influence in my life. Since her and my father have been divorced, she has continued to be a single parent. That wasn't always easy as she worked full-time and took care of me. With that being said, everywhere she went, I tagged along. She didn't believe in babysitters unless they were an absolute need. Therefore, I grew up quicker than children my age. That experience later benefited me to become mature earlier in life. Quality time with my mother consisted of going to theaters to see plays, which is one of my favorite childhood memories. Since my mother is a food sales rep, she would take me to her elegant restaurants and we would enjoy fancy dinners together. My dad, on the other hand, had very different interests. He also remarried, so along with adjusting to a stepmother, I had to adjust to a stepbrother. It was a very hard adjustment in my earlier years. My dad has always been the outdoorsy type of guy, and that benefited our family tremendously. By the time I was 3, I was skiing every weekend at Whitetail. He introduced that to me over 15 years ago, and to this day I buy season passes to the slopes every winter. Having a new brother in the house, I was broken into sports. First, it started with playing football in the backyard, and eventually I started playing volleyball. Volleyball stuck with me throughout my childhood, all the way through college where I played at Radford. It was a different house and different interest, but I loved them both. Today I told you about how growing up in a divorced family helped sculpt who I am today. Although growing up in a divorced family and having to adjust to a stepbrother and a stepmother, I now look back and I feel I have a great advantage that I wouldn't have had otherwise. I feel fortunate to have such diversity and so many passions. I love that I know how to ski and snowboard as well as proper etiquette from the fancy dinners with my mom. There are so many things that I absolutely love to do, and without having different parents with different interests, I don't think I would have been able to experience all the joys of life. These differences have inspired me to become a very diverse parent one day.